did you ping?
Mine.
There it is.
Yeah.
901.
Yeah!
There it is. There we f***ing go.
You're welcome. Heck yeah. I'm sure it's
cheating bastard.
Oh my
joking.
god.
There you go.
That's
I'm
insane though.
I mean,
You're
let's-
awesome,
let's,
though.
let's watch it go up though. Let's just watch as it keeps on going.
Dude,
Rudy, you
your
missed it.
channel is growing at such an insanely exponential rate. It's actually wild.
You're gonna surpass me in like 2 weeks. It's ridiculous.
Yo, I gotta take notes from your
Dude,
content.
I think I'm about to surpass John too, so that's funny. I don't even know what to say anymore. Every video this past week I've been coming back saying thank you for the support on the last video or the last video. Oh my lord, you guys just keep it coming. Today, like yesterday and the day before, I reached a new milestone, 900, and tomorrow I can expect to see 1,000. I'm already at 920, so I'm sure by the time this comes out and in the morning, it'll be 1,000. Let's guarantee our spot and let's keep on writing this whole Skylanders 2024, 2025 stuff. With that being said, now you can hate on me all you want, saying, oh my lord, you're just getting people's hopes up. I'm just gonna begin this video already a minute in. If you've clicked off, that's your own thing, or if you're spacing out, that's your own thing. I'm gonna preference this by saying everything I am going to say is theorizing, speculation, and my hopeless self hoping. Why did I say hopeless if I said hoping? I don't know. It's like 3 in the morning, but you get what I mean. Now, of course, this video is going to be completely focused on people's theories as well as my own, and I feel like we should just get straight into this. So I'm going to be sourcing everybody who I talk about. So these are all your guys' comments. That's right, you guys are feeding into the content you watch. I mean, that's how everything works, but you know what? I guess. I don't know. So with that being said, I've got like 68 comments to read through, so I'm just gonna start going down the list here. A lot of people do hope for it to come back. A lot of the comments I see are just like, I hope Skylanders will come back, or I believe this, or this, and you know, I think that's what the majority of them are gonna do, so we're gonna have to shift through all you guys. Y'all are boring, but I'm definitely not gonna take a look at the guy who wrote the entire essay in my comments because I haven't even read it yet. I gave it a heart, but I haven't read it yet. There's just so many words, okay? Alright, let's start going through these. Somebody says, the crystal background suspiciously looks like an outline of Spyro. I don't know about you guys. Let me look at this. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I'll ask what you guys see. I'm putting it on screen, but I'm not seeing anything but like crystals. Maybe? I don't know. I don't see it. Moving on. There's a comment that says, talking about Skylanders with Garden Warfare background footage, pick a ship to sink in. In honor of this comment, there's going to be Garden Warfare gameplay footage in the background. So, yeah, that's funny. So we have this one by Great Sage Clock. Look, man, I am gonna be butchering usernames, so it's gonna be a great video. So they say, I read the comments and people seem to think that Skylanders can only be Skylanders with the Toys to Life gimmick. No, there are plenty of ways to make new Skylander games without the need of Portal of Power. In fact, I've been recently brainstorming an idea for how this would work in a Spyro's Adventure remake / remaster. Don't blinker yourself into the trap of there being only one possible solution. Think abstract and you come up with more new ways to reinvent something faithfully. Now, they didn't say what they've been thinking up, unfortunately, but I will comment on this. Do I think a new game will have to have Portal functionality? Honestly, I think that it will happen. I do not think it's going to be pushed, though. when I say that, I mean I don't think they're gonna release anything. They might do what Fortnite did and like release like Guitar Hero controllers or like re-release them. They might work with like another company to distribute them or whatever. They might do something like that, but I don't think they're just gonna all out forget about what made the series popular to begin with. You know, that's like a really big reason why Skylanders is still a thing. Sure, there are Skylander games without the figures, but I mean, who the hell is talking about Cloud Patrol, right? Don't worry, I love Cloud Patrol, but you know, it's just things like that. I do think if they're gonna bring it back, they gotta bring back the figures, but I do not think they're gonna force it like they have. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Let's go on. This comment says, and this is from Cagney McFadzen. That sounds like the most fake ID name ever. Wish you luck from whatever you're running from, sir. But they said, I mean, Skylanders Dungeon Heroes has been teased for 2 years. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have no idea what that means. I don't know what this means. So let me do my research here. So I'm looking around and I can't see anything. I'm sorry. Maybe I missed something? I don't know. Maybe this guy's a time traveler. Maybe that's what's going on with the weird name. Alright, so moving on here, we've got this one. It's kind of a longer one. This one's from Dash Twister Storm. They say, I just love that even with Skylanders and a hiatus, Toys for Bob have always been putting interest of bringing them back in the limelight because Skylanders are the one that put Toys for Bob at the pedestal, which I agree with. If that were never meant to be in the first place, they would have missed out on making Spyro Reignited trilogy and Crash It's About Time. Crash It's About Time, yeah, that was Toys for Bob. The Crash remaster trilogy was done by Vicarious Visions, but same thing. Sure, they can make the games of Skylanders. Sure, they can make the Skylanders games if they didn't exist, but their efforts and passion that was showcased in their recent games would not be the same. I agree with that. I'm all in for Trap Team Remastered, as that could fix up many of the issues that could turn it into a masterpiece. But a new game, even if they toned down the Toys to Life roster, would still be interesting. Now, I'll keep on going off of the joke of Skylanders Trap Team 2, and it's because of the crystal background or whatever. I think they're gonna make a Trap Team Squeakquel, Trap Team 2, whatever you want to call it. No, I don't think so. If they're going to do a thing, I think they're either going to do remaster of that and the other two games, or they're just going to, use that as like their promotionals. I do not think there's going to be a Trap Team number 2, alright? It's so weird. They would be like, that. What? People would be very weirded out by that, I'm sure. Alright. This next one comes from Storm Glider 3852. They say, I love the hope for sure, but I'm not so hopeful it will happen anytime soon. Skylanders is a game that would be way harder to bring back than other games. And I can agree with that. That is something that, like, it's kind of harder to do. While with other games, you could just take the source code and then just flap some higher quality models on it, call it a remaster. With Skylanders, you got to rework a whole another aspect of video games, which is the physical aspect, the toys, the portal, things like that. So I can definitely see where this person is coming where this person is coming from when it's kind of harder to bring something like this back, especially because you'd have to regain your old audience as well as trying to build a new one, and it would be a very interesting kind of situation. Again, that's not for us to worry about. That's why they got Toys for Bob working on it. Alright, and I know earlier I was joking about not reading this guy's paragraph after paragraph, but you know what, I'll do it anyways. Mr. Dr. Boring 7022. There's a lot of 4 character numbers recently. So Mr. Dr. Boring says, something I want to say. If Skylanders returns, I hope it won't be a large cash grab like Trap Team and Imaginators. Trap Team required 1 Trap Master of every element, 1 Trap of every element, and the 4 expansion packs to complete the game. Also, your previous Skylanders were pretty much pointless aside from the giants who can lift occasional rocks. Imaginators required one of every sensei element and battle class, and one imaginator of every element and battle class. Again, OG Skylanders were basically pointless, but I haven't played this one yet, so I don't know for sure, which is true. He's got it right on the head there. So the next he said was Swap Force was decent, as you honestly only need to buy 8 new Skylanders, one for every movement type. There were dual element gates, but 2 players with Skylanders to the right of the right element can open them, which is true. Spyro's Adventure Giants and Superchargers were the least cash grabby games to me. Spyro's Adventure required one of a Skylander of every element, but those Skylanders were still useful. In Giants and Swap Force, they were used to unlock games. Giants literally only needed one giant to get you. Giants literally only needed one giant, which you got in the starter pack. It is the cheapest game to 100% ever. Well, obviously you need the 8 elements, so it depends on where you're starting in the series. And Superchargers, yeah, there were no element gates, but for your previous Skylanders, but you only need one Supercharger character and 3 vehicles, land, sea, and air. Superchargers is the second cheapest game to 100%, as you get a Supercharger and land vehicle in the starter pack, and you only need to buy 2 more items, which is true. I know I criticized Trap Team and Imaginators for making previous Skylanders games pointless, while I cut Superchargers some slack. But it's because Superchargers is relatively cheap to own. Every game allows you to play as previous Skylander, no doubt, even if there isn't extra content like gates for them to unlock. But it's annoying when the game expects you to buy Skylanders to do what former Skylanders used to be able to do. Trap Team requiring Trap Masters to open gates. I love Trap Team, but yeah, if they make a new game, then they should follow this business model. Giants sold more than Spyro's Adventure, and Swap Force sold more than Giants. Trap Team was the first game to sell less than its predecessor. Superchargers sold even less, and Imaginators sold the worst out of them all. To please older fans and newer fans, I think that they should still let older Skylanders be played, but let any of them open their elemental gates like Spyro's Adventure and Swap Force did. And also, I just want to say, when you're abbreviating Spyro's Adventure, just do Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, so do SSA instead of SA, because this could be read as, like, literally anything but Spyro's Adventure. But, you know, it's not, like, actually nitpicky, that's just something I thought was funny to say. Additionally, they could optionally add some content for gimmick Skylanders, rocks and feats of strength for Giants, dual elemental gates for Swap Force, or on a mission that requires Swap Force movement type. But any of theirs can do it. Breakable Traptanium crystals for a Trap Master, a race for a vehicle under a Supercharger, and a Sensei Shrine for a Sensei. Maybe something for Imaginator villains and traps. They don't really need their own thing. That's actually genius right there. Having the new game where you clash everything together, I think that would go absolutely insane. Because not only would people be able to use all their figures, and they'd be encouraged to use all the old figures with something like that, but also I'm kind of thinking about that idea. What if they take every single villain, throw them all together, and boom, you got like the biggest collage of Skylanders? That would be a great game, honestly. So yeah, I like that idea. They then said it should be designed where it only takes just one character to unlock them all, similar to how any giant can in fact use the feats of strength, and any trap master can break the crystals. For sensei shrines, they should not be element locked, but just require one sensei for all of them, which is fair. This does raise the issue of raising prices for older Skylanders, but they can resolve this by releasing newer ones. One Skylander of every element and or gimmick. Skylander of every team should be enough, as the bare minimum could unlock the whole game. Then again, that sounds pricey by itself, but they can make it cheaper by making sure the gimmick Skylander is a different element, so there's less you need to buy more than 8 Skylanders, or 10 because light and dark. Okay, I finally did it. I finally read your comment. So I love that idea there at the end, where you just kind of have a game where you collage everything together. That would be a great idea for 7. Just to kind of like give the series a proper ending, because we all know Imaginators was kind of like that rough ending that nobody wanted. And I guess you could say, okay, well, Ring of Heroes was really the ending, but you didn't play Ring of Heroes on the Xbox 360, so I don't want to hear it. So I like that. I like that there at the end, and I really like that idea. I think that's something that they should actually look into. This next comment says, does anybody know how Boombringer had Kingpin and Superchargers? Because Boombringer's awesome, and he's able to just do funny stuff right on the wheel. He's able to, like, pull a bunny out of his hat, if you will. That's how he did it. This person named James Hopper says, the game series has been dead since 2016, which is 8 years. I hate to say that because I love this series and played half of them, but I don't know if they'd be releasing anything anytime soon. While there is a chance of a new one coming out, the chance of it happening, however, is the same as saying a fish can survive a pool of lava. I will be extremely happy if there's a new release, but I won't be putting my expectations high, though. And you know what? There's, a lot of people play it safe. And just say, you know what, I'm not going to hope for anything because I don't want those hopes to be shattered. And you know what? I completely understand that. I'm going to hope for it because, hey, if I hope for it, then I can capitalize off of this. You're probably looking at this video. It's got over 1,000 views, huh? Maybe it doesn't. I imagine I just embarrass myself like that. That'd be funny. Anyways, I would say the chances of it being the same as a fish can survive a pool of lava, I think that's a little bit more of an over-exaggeration than anything because maybe a fish can survive a pool of lava. I mean, I've never thrown a fish into that, but also at the same time, it's like, the chances of them getting a game, and I know they're trying to say that it's just impossible. It's really not. But, we don't know anything officially. We don't know if it's Spyro. We don't know if it's Crash. We don't know if it's anything, new, or if it's something as, interesting as, like, Banjo-Kazooie. We really don't know. This comment says there's more evidence to prove that the next game is Spyro 4. Unfortunately, no new Skylanders content for now. Oh my god, I'm about to sneeze. It's gonna be wait, no. I think it... Yeah. I just went away. Okay, no more sneeze. But, I'm not really all into Spyro 4, like, news and whatever. I only get it from Canadian guy. And also, like, I love Spyro. I love Reignited. I love the original games. But for a fourth game, I don't know if it's going to happen quite yet. I feel like if they were going to do it, they would have done it a while ago. So, that's just my theory. That's my take on Spyro 4. But let's move on before we got to cut things loose. Because we're already pushing 20 minutes. Somebody said, are you sure about that? I mean, how can I not be sure? You could say it both ways. Like, sure, if I'm not sure about it, that's fine. But what if I'm, like, how do I explain this? There's just about as much proof that there is, like, it's going to be a new Skylander game as much as there is anything else, which is absolutely nothing. We don't know either way, whether it's going to be Spyro or not. It's all speculation. Alright, so, I'm just going to capitalize off of it. How could you be sure it won't happen is what I said. Sorry. This next person says, from Fancy Bacon says, this is hella coat, man. I love Skylanders with my whole heart, but it's fool's game to hope for its return. Well, I guess we'll figure it out. I guess we'll have to see, and if I'm wrong, then I'm still gonna theorize about an upcoming game because it gets views. Jokes aside, I hope we're wrong. I hope that, hoping for it is worth it, So yeah, no, that's the end of the comment list. So yeah, the perfect time to cut it there. I know I didn't really talk about all too much theories, but it was kind of cool to, like, talk about what you guys are cooking up in the comments because we love getting that audience engagement, you know what I'm saying? It's all part of the master plan. So yeah, no, I think to come to a conclusion here, if they do make a new game, I do like that idea from earlier about kind of throwing everything together. Not really needing a new gimmick, and just kind of throwing everything together to make everything, good and make everything worth it. Make all of that collecting well worth it. Will it make the price of all the Skylanders more expensive? Absolutely, but that's not for Toys for Bob to care about, It's not like they're making any money off of that regardless, so maybe they won't do that. Business-wise, that idea is stupid, but as a concept, it sounds amazing. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. We have less than a month until the Trap Team 10-year anniversary. Hopefully they talk about something, do something, or maybe they announce the fact that they're doing something within the next couple of days. If they do, you bet that I'm gonna milk it for content. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. Please subscribe. I know we're already at like almost 1,000 subs, but you know what? You can't stop the A train, baby. We just gotta keep going. Alright, we're gonna be the first Skylander YouTuber to reach 100,000 subscribers, and let's do it by May of next year. I'm just joking. It's unrealistic, but you know what? You guys have been crushing these unrealistic dreams of mine, alright? So let's do it. Let's get to 100,000 by May, alright? And until then, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.